Hey, sixth grade. So I was going over your language tests from Friday, and some of them were a little rough, so I'm going to review some of the stuff that we covered for that. Mostly was parts of speech. So things like our verbs, our nouns, our adjectives, and our pronouns. Eventually we'll get more in depth with some of those, but right now we're just covering the basics. So if we look at our definitions of those, we have a verb. It is an action or being word. So some examples of verbs are run, laugh, is, am, were, and has been. So any action that you're doing or anything that has to talk about what something is or is like is a verb. Our noun, we have a person, place, thing, or idea. So some examples of those. We have doctor, Walmart, socks, freedom. Anytime we have a proper noun, so the name of a specific person, place, or thing, we are capitalizing that. We have adjectives. Adjectives describe a noun. We have fluffy, French, new, expensive, some. Just like with nouns, if it is a proper noun that is being described, so like if we're talking about something from France, it is French, then we capitalize that F. And then we have pronouns. Pronouns take the place of a noun. Words like she, himself, ours, it, each. If I took that person's name out, if I said, instead of saying Miss Richmond slept in today, I could say she slept in today, and that would be the pronoun she. So going over the tests, most of them were okay, though there were a few things that we should work on. Just kind of review a few of them. Ones that have multiple meanings, like the word March, for example. So it has several. It could be the month of March, which would be a noun. It is a thing. It could be someone is marching, which is a verb. Several of our words on that test were words like that. So for example, we had a sentence that had March in it. We had March days are windy. In that sentence, March days are windy, it's describing what kind of day it is. So that would be an adjective. But then we also had one was bands march at halftime. So what do? They march. So that one is a verb. Then we have words that, like still with March, the troop went on a long march. What did they go on? A march. So we've got to make sure that we're paying attention not just to what the word is, because sometimes it will be the same part of speech every time, but a lot of times it could be different parts of speech. So you have to pay attention to the context. You have to think, okay, is this an action that's happening? Is this a thing? Is this describing something? Or is this taking the place of something? So make sure that you're paying attention to all of that. We will review parts of speech some more when you guys come back, and we can go over those tests in person. But until then, make sure you're focused, you're getting your work done, and I'll see you soon.